I used to run into the wall when I was a kid because my mom would give me popsicles when I got hurt. So I would forcefully run into the wall as hard as I could and be like, "Ow, I need a boo-boo pop."
Did your mom ever catch on to this little scheme?
Yeah.
I want to know.
Did she still indulge me? Yeah.
My question is, Alex, what age did you finally stop
14.
running into? Little Alex who has like a little pedo stash running around, still smacking himself into the wall.
You put a hole in the wall.
Meanwhile, at that age, he can darn well just go and grab a popsicle.
It's like, Alex, you work at McDonald's. You can go buy whatever popsicles.
Welcome to our fifth journey that we have dubbed a foolish endeavor. The podcast where like-minded, self-proclaimed intellectuals bless your eardrums with absurdity. Your hosts today are Alex Castile, Jake Ratkovich, Chad Lewis, and me, Dominic Fontaine.
This is something that I read the other day, and it's just, I've just been having like ideas pop in my head for a couple of days now. Is if hide and seek were a major sport in the Olympics, what would it be like?
Oh my gosh. Well, I can tell you one thing. The Chinese would heavily invest in it, and they would have a professional hide and seek team.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody else would.
So would they win?
Probably. But there's also
well,
a
they'd
chance.
win the event, but would they win, like, win there?
Well, there's a chance that they would start playing hide and seek and not know that they were the only ones playing hide and seek, because I don't think anyone else would care enough to submit athletes to that.
That's fair.
No, I'm going to disagree with that. I think that if China did something, both Russia and the United States, the other two superpowers would be like, I don't know what we're getting into, but we have to be a part of this because we can't let China do something.
Unless it was hide and seek that was like knockout.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Well, here's the question,
or
too.
like Ninja Warrior hide and seek.
No, here's the question, though. Like, who's seeking then? Like, you're talking about just people hiding. Who's doing the seeking? Like, do you have, like, two teams from each country? One's the hiding team and one's the seeking team?
Yeah, and then you switch roles. You gain points somehow.
You'd have to, yeah.
Okay.
And then there's so many rounds.
But if, like, it's determined ahead of time that China's the team that's hiding first, and then nobody finds them and nobody tells them that there's no one to find them, they could just think that they're throwing really, really well and win it with the massive high score on one round.
Where would you have this at? Like, would it be like a big landscape? Would it be?
I think a warehouse would be a fun area.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, not an empty warehouse. Like, obviously, like a fully stocked warehouse.
Could it have, like, traps in it?
Sure. Yeah.
Like,
it's our imagination. It can have whatever in it.
And like, that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
We can throw tigers in there. You got to survive from for all I care. I'm not in it.
I don't know that the Olympic Committee would allow that, but
you know,
we can think about it.
I definitely think like a Ninja Warrior competition in the Olympics would be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah, it really would be cool.
Like Olympic parkour, even.
Well, is tag in the Olympics?
No, I don't think so.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that
I know what show you're
tag,
talking about. That's a good show.
That is a good show.
I don't know how those people don't hit their head off those rails like every 30
I would
seconds.
definitely knock myself out.
Exactly. They're jumping and docking and
let's be honest,
around.
like especially like how they just like slide over some of those things, like,
and they do it so fast
and gracefully.
I am not graceful.
I would like duck the first one and then just like smack my head off the second one because I wouldn't know it was there.
Yeah,
and I would just knock myself out. And the other guy would win by KO in a game of tag.
You're just you're like
supposed to work like that.
Yeah, you're running full sprint. You're like, all right, I'm gonna try to mantle over this, and your footing just slips, and you just rack your face right off the bar. That would happen.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how those guys do it. It's honestly impressive.
Okay, now that we're on Olympic topics,
Yeah.
Is there anything else we would change about the Olympics?
Yes.
Summer or winter?
Overall.
Overall,
Yeah, overall.
Any thoughts?
I'd get rid of figure skating.
You're going to get us canceled.
I don't think that that's a sport. It's an
Well,
entertainment competition.
Chad
I don't
woke
know.
up
I'm
and
gonna
chose
say it's-
violence.
That is
today.
more athletic, in my opinion.
Okay, it
Than
might be
other
athletic,
things.
but it's not a sport. The Olympics is professional worldwide sports.
I don't know.
I don't even know if like bobsled would be a sport.
All right. Tom, you said you had...
Since nobody liked Chad's ideas.
Apparently, I have bad opinions.
No, okay, Chad, so you said figure skating. What else? Or
I don't
is that
know.
it?
If the Olympics are supposed to be sports, I would just get rid of all the non-sports.
Well, what do you consider a sport?
I don't know.
Wait, you can't just cancel things saying that they're not a sport if you don't have a definition for a sport.
I think badminton is one of the most boring things to watch. For the
You know what's
Olympics.
surprisingly not boring to watch?
What?
Curling.
Yeah, curling.
I love watching curling. Because
Like-
you know why? It just looks like a bunch of dads that made a curling league to get away from their wives on a Friday night, and they just somehow made it to the Olympics.
That is very accurate.
I found myself watching curling, waiting for Olympic hockey, just
And then you were sad
because
that
like
it
I
was
turned it
over?
on early, and I was like, it's been a half an hour, and I'm still watching this.
Yeah, it's great.
Why? Like,
It's entertaining.
I can
It
watch.
is-
Yeah,
it is
I enjoy
surprisingly
watching it.
It's
entertaining.
So, on the topic of the Olympics, do we want to allow athletes to be on performance-enhancing drugs in the Olympics? It would probably make it more entertaining.
would it though?
I think it would. At least for the first time watch. Like the first couple Olympics, you're like, wow, this is so much better than it used to be, and then it would become the new normal.
Wouldn't it just be like a little bit faster and a little bit stronger, but still kind of the same thing?
Yeah, I guess this is
Because I
actually
mean, like
something I've thought
steroids
about.
don't act like the superhero serum that like made Captain America. Like
It was-
steroids don't make every bit of you better.
I would like to see how far can we push the human body, though. That could be entertaining. Maybe we don't put them in the Olympics. We come up with like
Well, what if
the
there's
Olympics 2.0. or
Olympics with
something.
an asterisk?
Like the
Like-
Olympics brought to you in part by Barry Bonds.
I mean, I guess that could be a cool scientific experiment.
Like, okay, we don't have to have an entire Olympics of people on performance-enhancing drugs. So, whenever we're taking out figure skating and stuff like that, you just pop in one of them fun ones.
Right.
I still want to talk about a little bit how this hide and seek would work.
Okay.
I mean, I'm still just trying to picture this because I'm thinking
That's
like
my question.
a
It's
warehouse with booby traps, like that would be cool.
yeah, how's that going to work? You know, do you have a team of hiders, a team of seekers, or is it like an all, like, how's that work?
You're gonna have to. Well, obviously, you're gonna have to have a team of each.
Do you?
Well, what do you mean? Just send a bunch of people out there to hide and just leave them
Okay,
there?
so say you have teams of 6.
Okay.
Okay. They all draw straws, popsicle sticks, play rock, paper, scissors. However you want to do this. Whoever loses has to be one of the seekers. So each country has one seeker representing them and a bunch of hiders. Or would you rather vice versa, that one person hides and you have a bunch of seekers?
I think it would be tournament bracket style.
Ah, like round robin,
So you have no. So
March
you have
Madness style.
you have a bunch of Olympic officials who are professional hiders. You have all
Well,
of
what
the,
country do these professional hiders come from? If they're professional, they should be Olympic athletes.
no, because you have hiders on the Olympic team and designated seekers. And for the first round,
It's like offense
all
and
of
defense.
all of the countries simultaneously have to seek in like their own designated zone. And like I don't know, the top 4 or 5 countries that find all of their hiders first move on to round 2. In which case the number 1 team is the seeking team, and the rest of the teams
Or they get
hide.
to choose.
Or they get to choose. And for every minute that you're successfully not found, you get points. And so whoever has the most points out of the 2 rounds gets the podium spots.
I mean, okay. Sure. Anything can happen.
And then there's a bunch of traps and
That's what I like about it.
pitfalls and obstacles and
Yes. Wipeout style.
wipeout stuff.
Just like walk around a corner and just bam.
Mm-hmm.
You know, make it Hunger Games style. Sure, someone can die.
No.
No?
Don't think the Olympic would allow that.
I mean, you know.
That's the evolution of the Olympics. That's where the Olympics and the Colosseum meet.
Yes.
Is that our future?
All right, in that case, let's
Maybe.
just bring back every single Olympic athlete, they go to the Olympics thinking they're doing whatever sport they're into.
It's just gladiatorial combat.
Just gladiatorial combat.
Well, at that point, maybe we should just turn the Olympics into a battle royale.
Okay, well then, speaking of battle royales then,
Guys.
should
you're,
esports be part of the Olympics?
you're slowly just going towards Hunger Games.
Agreed.
But
That's what I want.
drafting the people to go to a gladiator.
Hey, now, some of
type
them
thing.
volunteer as tribute.
There was that one girl. That one time.
No, I think the ones from like the higher class ones actually volunteer.
Well, the ones at the top were almost guaranteed victory sometimes.
Yep.
Well,
And they were,
'cause
like,
going
trained
against
for
a
this.
bunch of slave scrubs.
They were trained for this.
But esports in the Olympics, I think that's been a like a debate before.
I'm sure it has.
And I don't know how I feel about it.
That's a tough one.
I mean, they've made it to the X Games, I think, at least once.
I think so. I mean, it's entertaining, and with how big like Twitch and YouTube and Facebook like gaming is right now, like there's a huge fan base.
Yeah.
I don't know if it will ever get to Olympic style, but I could see them not making it into the Olympics, but having events the size of the Olympics.
Yeah. The
Kind of like
issue with
X Games, but just like it would be for esports.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I could see them actually fitting in with the like X Games.
Yeah.
I could see that. Drawing
biggest-
the same people.
The biggest issue is getting the right games for those competitions.
Right. You have to have the large scale games for that time.
Yeah. Some of them are good to be on stage. Some of them just kind of
Right.
aren't. So,
Like obviously you can't have like a campaign based game on it.
oh, yeah.
It would have to
Well.
Uh-oh.
You could have speedrunning competitions,
That's fair.
which can be really, really fun to watch.
Could be.
Let me rephrase that. If you've actually like intentionally sat down to watch them, they're fun to watch.
Right.
I have not. So I understand the concept of speed running, but is it performed simultaneously? Like one person go, like they all go at the same time
You could.
in front of their.
Typically the way speed runs work is there's a part time, and you just, to be like the current speed running champion, you just constantly beat that part time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was just thinking, like, wouldn't the guy that goes later on have a benefit versus the guy that just?
Not
But I guess they've
necessarily.
all played the game before.
Yeah,
This is a
long
game
as
that they've
speed
played
runs
Yeah,
are
before.
the
and-
exact same every time.
Right.
With slight deviations.
And when you get to like world record times, the difference isn't like how good your skill is. It's like if you hit the right checkpoint at the right time and just end up with the perfect run.
Okay.
Because a lot of it has to do with glitching
Mm-hmm.
into like certain areas to trigger.
yeah.
I see.
Those are entertaining to watch if you're like trying to watch them.
Mm-hmm.
I think like the person versus person ones are a little bit more entertaining for me
I do, too.
personally.
And I hate to be the guy that's like, oh, well, Halo esports is like one of the top. Because, like, I mean, obviously I like Halo,
Right.
but I don't know. There's something about specific arena shooters that have this, like, just embedded chaos and unpredictability to it that makes them interesting to watch.
Yeah. I mean, like,
So, like, if you're
I
going-
enjoy watching battle royales because it's the luck of the draw a lot
Yeah.
of times. But then again, like sometimes it's just entertaining to watch like different styles of games.
Mhm.
Like I enjoy watching the Halo ones.
Rocket League's a fun one to watch.
Rocket League's entertaining because I can never do what those guys do.
Right.
It is like an art form of what they're doing there.
The new game, Splitgate, might be decent.
I don't think I've seen anything on that.
It's basically Halo Arena shooter
Okay.
mixed with the Portal game.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be interesting.
Yeah, so like as you're running around, you've got like jetpacks and your guns and stuff, and then you like shoot portals so you can like teleport across the map
Oh,
at will.
nice.
Yeah. Haven't tried it yet, but it looks fun.
That sounds fun. I'll have to look into that. I'd definitely be down for that one.
It's free.
Ooh, I'll download it.
Free is good.
Free is good.
Free is the right price for me.
Hey there, it's Chad. Thanks for tuning in to episode 5 of A Foolish Endeavor. We've reached the mid-episode break where I ask you to make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss an episode. Hey, if you're enjoying your time with us, we humbly ask that you leave us a review on your streaming platform of choice, and that you simply consider helping just one friend discover the joys of foolishness. Be on the lookout for some show teasers, questions, and other shenanigans on our Instagram. We want you to join in our conversations, just like the one and only Matt Lewis, who responded to our last episode saying that in 40 years, he would be nostalgic for rickrolling people. Thanks for your response, Matt. You too can respond to our questions at the end of each episode by commenting on the episode post or sending us a direct message. Okay, let's get back to it. All right, so if you were an endgame boss, what would be the way that you would be defeated? And what would your intro music be?
So I'll get back to you on the how I would be defeated. I have to think on that. Intro music, definitely House of the Rising Sun, but the Shinsuke Nakamura version.
Sure.
Very
Okay.
specific.
I love that. That was my like alarm for like 5 years straight. I started that in high school, and it even went into my first year of college. Then whenever I got a new phone, the song was no longer on my phone, so I couldn't use it as an alarm anymore.
Yeah, I did that for like 5 months and then got sick of it.
See, but that was the thing. I liked it, but it would also be super annoying in the morning, so you'd actually wake up.
That is true. And also why I got sick of it.
Yeah. But how I would be defeated, I really got to think that part through.
If I was a boss, I would be a giant crab, and my intro would be, "Are you ready, kids? Aye, aye, Captain!" That's exactly what I'd be. How I'd be defeated? Soft spot on my shell. You have to find it, though.
Well, please define where you would put the soft shot.
I'm not going to tell you my weakness. I'm going to tell you how
my
to
bad.
find it, bro.
Because this is actually going to happen.
Right.
He must not disclose any information.
Arrgh.
Man, I don't know what I would be, like what kind of boss I would be or
Yeah,
anything.
like,
But I know the song I think would be Wolf Totem by The Who.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty hardcore. That'd be pretty cool for like anything just to walk out to.
Another good one would be, especially if you're trying to be like over the top about it, the "You Can't Stop Me" song by Andy Mineo, where he's literally just screaming "You can't stop me" with some beats behind him for like 3 minutes straight. But final boss, I gotta think about that one. Chad, you hit us up with yours, and I'll try to get a final boss out there for you.
So I feel like my music would be the cello's version of Thunderstruck.
That's a good one.
Yeah. But specifically the cello version.
And you'd be the fighting mustache.
I would be some overly pompous guy with a rapier and
And a fedora.
probably, yeah. But I think the way to defeat me would be some ridiculous logic loop. where
just, like
Like a one-liner that
down.
just like breaks you and makes you laugh, and then they just go up and go, eh,
you're like,
and stab
or
you.
or like
yeah.
or like a just like an argument that clearly I can't convince the other person that, like,
That they're wrong.
yeah, yeah.
You're like, well, ice is water. You're like,
Like the water is water wet type of conversation.
Yeah, it would be something like that where like I either get myself stuck in a loop trying to explain the same thing and never getting there, or like just not being able to win an argument and getting so frustrated that someone just comes up and stabs me.
I feel like you would get so caught up in the loop that they could just walk right past you.
That would probably happen too. Yeah,
like being decisive or saying you're indecisive makes you decisive, but then if you say you're decisive, you're indecisive. But if you say you're decisive, you're indecisive. Just like that kind of thing.
Right.
sure. Yep.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Final boss, if I was final boss, I feel like I would die in a super dumb way. Like fighting on like one of those like rock bridges or something like that that's above like just a lava pit.
And
And
just
just-
like cuss the rope. You're like, oh shit.
Not even that, like something like stupid, like because of my theory on zombies with blunt force objects, I'm trying to fight them off with like 2 wooden bats, and some dude just like zings me with an arrow, then I just fall to my death into
You
the
would
lava.
totally be
You know
a,
what
a
this
big
sounds
thing
like?
with 2 wooden bats. That would totally be you.
This sounds like you're just Bowser with epic music,
And,
and then you get knocked off the bridge.
I mean, I'll take that.
like a pizza turtle.
Thank you. Yeah, a big pizza turtle though.
Yeah.
Not a bagel bite pizza turtle, a big pizza turtle. Yeah, I would say I feel like that'd be me. Just because of my blunt force object theory on zombies, I'd be like, I don't know if they're zombies.
Okay.
Gotta have 2 wooden bats. It's my best way.
Wood breaks though.
So we're talking about like a boss at the end of a video game.
Yeah.
I would be a wolf. Okay?
Please
Okay.
describe me what type of wolf.
Like huge.
Like dire wolf size?
Like maybe even bigger.
Are you a pretty
Okay.
wolf?
So like the
Yeah.
wolf from Ragnarok?
Gorgeous.
Like the wolf from Ragnarok? I can't remember his name.
I don't know.
I forgot you don't watch Marvel movies.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know. Just like huge, okay? And that would be fitting. I come out to Wolf Totem by the Who. It's really hardcore. I'm a really hardcore like wolf. Giant teeth. I'm real mean. Whole bunch of scars, you know.
Wow.
But
Like
you
the
can't
wolf
beat
at
me.
the end of I'm sorry.
The Lion King.
The Russell Crowe movie?
So the
No,
only,
not Russell Crowe.
so really the only way to beat me is you have to figure this out in the game is to domesticate me. Okay.
Like,
So they have to have animal handling.
You're like,
This
yes,
is so
master.
D&D right now.
yeah, basically.
Yes,
like
master.
like become my friend, I become your friend kind of thing.
But how do
But
you?
then-
how do you do that in like a battle sequence?
No, you have to do
Never
it
thought that far.
the Snow Dogs method. You have to bite his ear.
Yes. I don't know. Anywho,
I like.
you must become the alpha male.
I like you can only
And
win
then-
the battle if you make like small choices throughout the game that become
That-
your friend.
That would be really epic.
And then,
That would
like,
be
you get
really
to the
cool.
end, and you're like, you gotta
It's
start
just
the
like
game over.
it's like flashbacks of your like choices, and Dom at the end is just like, you did good. You did good job.
Right.
I
Or I was gonna
want
go
you to
like
be
a
a
little bit
good
more
boy.
crazy here.
Scratch my ear, please.
That would be actually really cool. I didn't think about that. I kind of like this idea better, where you look back into the game and you're like, this decides your
Gotta
fate
go back to
now.
level 1 now, bud.
yeah.
So,
I
uh,
messed up from the beginning. Dog.
right. Like
I spent 18 hours of my life on this game.
You went left, right, left. You should have went left, right, left.
so.
Did
I was
just
actually
repeat
thinking,
myself?
yeah.
I thought so.
So
right, left, right. There we go.
really, I like that idea better. What I was really thinking was there would be a sequel to this game in which I'm your partner, like we were like ride or dies, right?
Mm.
But because I'm a canine, you outlive me. I die first. I break your heart. I still win.
Wow.
That's dark.
That's
Wow.
really dark. That's like some Marley and Me type shit.
That's a good movie.
I know. I cried first time I watched that.
Very sad.
Wow.
Yeah. I really like.
Dom
I
is
really,
playing the long game.
yeah, I really
I
like
am.
the idea though that you have to go all the way back to the beginning.
Yeah.
You have no idea
I
throughout
do
the whole
too.
course of the game,
And then
you
just to get
there.
broken
Yeah.
halfway through the sequel.
Right.
Like, think about like something as simple as like, do you like the blue collar or the yellow collar?
Yeah.
And you're just like, I don't give a shit about a collar
like,
in this
"Yellow
medieval
collar."
game. And they're like, blue. And he's like, no, the yellow reminds me of the banana popsicles.
That's really good. I actually like your guys' idea better, but I was going for the long game where I would break your heart.
Well, you can still add that into it.
Either way,
Yes.
it's a long game. 'Cause you have to
That's true.
restart it.
That's true. Like I'm going to build a bond with you, like as the player of the video game. You're going to be hurt like
So,
you
okay,
are hurt
so
in I Am
let's
Legend.
say like this game existed. What would be like the premise of the game as you're playing? Like if you're like the boss wolf dog, what do you? Is it like a survival game? I picture kind of like a life simulating puzzle game where you have to like find your way out of rooms and stuff, and then like you run
And like
into,
small
like,
battles as well.
and you like run into like this wolf, and you're like, whoa, a wolf. What do you do? And you're like, do you feed it or do you yell at it? And you're like, oh, I yell at it. You know.
Where's option 3 where you run away?
Yeah, I
No,
really
there's
don't
no
know what
option.
kind of game this would
It's
be.
either feed it or yell at it.
Help me build this game, guys.
I've
Like, this-
never played it, but this sounds something like Breath of the Wild to me.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
never played
I
it.
get that vibe.
Like the Zelda game?
Yeah,
Not really. How?
It could have the potential.
because animals and I know
Right.
there's like
Wild.
I know
Yeah.
there's big
Animals.
wild animals in Breath of the Wild,
Yeah, and they
all
breathe.
the animals breathe.
They do breathe. Yeah. It reminds me of
You can't capture the unicorn or whatever.
do you remember the game what's it called? It's like a survival like horror game with the people go into a cabin and you Until Dawn.
I've heard of that. I've never played
Yeah,
it.
and like every choice that you make can impact like the timeline and get someone killed later on. So like small things like choosing to either pick up like a piece of cloth that's on the ground, like small things like that make like a big impact. So it's like I feel like that's like the wolf.
We could call it the butterfly effect.
Ooh,
But
That's
also
in
That
the
name
game.
might already be used. I don't know.
probably.
probably.
But
The wolf
here's
or
the
fly
big
effect.
Something.
here's the big part. The wolf doesn't tell you which choices you made wrong.
Exactly to the very
It's
end.
just-
You
It's
go
just to
back
the
over.
yeah, exactly. You're just like he comes back and he's like, "Shh, last time you had 14 wrong answers, you got 37 this time. You're like, crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they start like writing down their answers each time and like trying to like calculate which
And
ones
then
it could
it'd
be.
It'd be hilarious if you made the game so that you never got it right, so you always lost. So every time you would go back and
But it was
play
also
through
like
it.
one of those like psychology tests where it's like it asks you the same question twice, but in just a slightly different manner, and you have to still answer it the same. And if not, you automatically fail.
or like if the game like auto generates random answers every time, so you could never guess it right.
Now you have to at least let them like win it once.
Yeah, because you need to be heartbroken. in
Okay,
the
so
second
here's the
one.
thing.
We'll
You
never
make it-
sell the second game
The
if we
thing
never
is
can
that
beat
you
the
make it on
first.
like such an easy level that they can win. That's the only way. Like the game sucks, and they can just blow through it if like before beginner. Like I don't know what you want to call it. Like you can call it toddler. That way people are like, I don't want to play that level.
That's true. Yeah.
Or
That's the first decision of the game, so you'll never get it
Yeah,
right.
because they're like, oh no, I'm a better gamer than this.
Right. Right.
You have people going to like expert, and
You
that's
could-
the one that always randomly generates.
You always overestimate your abilities, so you'll never win the game.
Yep.
you
That's dark and deep.
always
Wow.
make it so that only one answer actually matters, all the other ones don't. So you're like, I got like 12 right this time. You're like trying to figure them all out, but there's really only one that
But it's
really
like
matters.
such a stupid question.
It's like yellow collar, blue collar.
right.
Hey, so the idea for this game is 100% copyrighted as of now.
Right. Like
Yeah.
it's,
So
it's ours.
We don't have the name yet, so it's not trademarked.
I mean, this
but
game sounds horrible. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like it would be entertaining.
But you have to make it like something widespread. Like it has to be on Nintendo Switch and
It's-
everything.
it's got to be of the narrative level of Ori, which I know nobody in this room has played.
Yeah, no, you lost
including
me.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have no idea.
I just
Wait.
know that it's a really good game.
I've heard of Oreos.
Ditto.
Oreos.
Double
I
stuff.
like Oreos.
Yeah, I actually don't like double stuff. I don't like anything but the OG. I don't like.
See, like the
any other
OG
flavors.
is superior if you're dipping it in milk.
That's
If I'm
all it-
eating just the Oreo, like whenever I would pack a lunch, I wouldn't also pack milk.
When would you not dip an Oreo in milk?
Milk. Have you ever watched that video?
No,
All right, we'll play that later.
You've not watched it and you referenced it?
milk.
Malk.
I just say milk.
Oh my gosh.
What?
It's Mulk.
No, it's milk. I say milk.
It's obviously
milk.
milk.
What?
Milk.
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 What do you? That's what I'm saying. Milk.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
We're saying the same thing.
Yeah, milk.
Yeah, milk.
No, it's milk.
You obviously haven't seen the video.
You need to
It's
watch
very
that
apparent.
video. Anyway, like I see like a whole community building around this game. Like
Mm-hmm.
People.
I don't really know much about
4
Discord,
years
but
to
like
beat
people are like talking on Discord about it, Reddit.
So
all these,
another
all
way
these
for-
different platforms sharing the ways that they play this game, trying to figure out what's
It's a spiritual journey, like a what do you call them? Like a vision quest thing.
oh yes.
Like what's that game called? Mist. Okay.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
I don't know.
It's like a vision quest puzzler, but
Another way to make it even more difficult is it's like open world concept, like not a linear game. So you may not even answer the question because it's like some little stupid side quest.
Oh man.
What if you have to answer all of them in the exact order?
Oh man.
That's too far.
Bro, that's insane.
That's too far.
I feel like we also need to trademark sadistic games.
Right.
Just
that would
being
be sick,
asshole
though.
game developers.
That would be great, though. Honestly,
Honestly, wouldn't that be a foolish endeavor?
it would be a foolish endeavor. Wow, Dom, way to think about the branding.
For the brand.
All right, so
An ideology of a foolish endeavor. That's the name.
I have to get a new PC.
you,
Like
you need
tomorrow.
To beef up, you need to beef up the one you're even thinking of getting.
And
You get
I'm
into coding.
100% about to learn Unreal.
Okay,
We're gonna make this game.
I'll
That'd
try
be
to.
awesome.
I'll write
You
some
do that.
narrative.
I like this. I like where this is going.
Whatever this game is, it's gonna be out in 10 years.
I think you need to bump them numbers up.
yeah.
No. We say 10 years and we get close and then we just delay.
Oh, we
That's the
just
thing.
Halo.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
just-
yeah.
just
That's
delay.
what we do.
Yeah.
And we'll call it Wolfenstein. Oh wait, is that taken?
That's taken.
Oh,
That's probably taken.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I knew that.
I like playing on the whole foolish endeavor thing.
Do you?
I kind of do because it would still be under the
This is a platform.
yeah,
Under
Foolish
Foolish
Endeavor is
Productions.
now a
the
platform.
Foolish Productions platform.
We are foolish.
And we are absurd.
And you could come up with something like an ideology of foolish endeavors or
Yeah.
something.
We have ideas.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Cool.
No, the
Okay.
ideology, that is like
New
the whole concept of a foolish endeavor.
Mm.
New idea.
Okay.
We do an app. It's basically TikTok, except every time you go in to make content, you get paired with a random group of people, and you have to respond to whatever the conversation is
It's
already been
basically like
prompted.
a game
That's
off of
dope.
Jackbox.
I would get hammered and I would play this game for sure.
Someone's gonna twist that to something
Bad.
dark and bad.
Yeah.
and-
But if it
Like
makes money,
TikTok.
but if it makes money, Dom, is it really that bad for us?
Yeah. Fundamentally, yes. Yeah, I say
But
yeah.
if you put it in like,
Yeah.
no one reads the terms and conditions. If you put it in there that
you said
we hold no
okay.
responsibility, they're like, you clicked agree, man.
The human said iPad.
I do kind of like the idea though. I do.
Yeah, it sounds sketch, but
Like,
that
sounds
is
fun.
that is step number one. You have to sketch it first. The drawing, the storyboard.
Mhm.
Shit, you're so
Exactly.
funny. Yeah, I do like this game though. The wolf thing.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know how you
I
stumbled.
think it
into
should be
that.
a
You stumbled
buffalo
into a gem.
instead.
Huh?
Just because of the bandana, it should be a buffalo instead.
A wild
Ooh,
buffalo?
a wild buffalo.
Oh, so now I'm a domesticated buffalo? Well, let me just pull that up here.
Okay, well, how about that? The animal changes at the end too. So you may have the right answer for the wolf, but this time you played for the buffalo.
Random generator. You get whatever the random generator says at the end in the next game.
Might as well
my
just call
gosh.
it luck of the draw.
Like a giraffe.
But then for like the sequel, you then have to say which animal that you got the first time. Like you get like a little code at the end of the game, and you have to type that in whenever you start like number 2. That way you still have the same animal.
Because the
Just build
whole
that into the
idea is to
game.
still get attached to this animal and then crush you inside when
We
it
can still
dies.
get there.
No,
That's
the
what I'm saying. You have
sequel-
to stay with the same animal.
The sequel just does a save check.
Yeah. I don't even know what that means, but
I love the idea of making a game that's so hard to beat that people will try and try and try and try.
You
for,
mean like how No
3 or
Man's
4
Sky was supposed to be?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's great. I think people would love that because there'd be one lucky person that gets everything right in the
And
exact
he's like,
order,
"This is what I
and
did."
they're like,
Then they all copy it, and
it's
it doesn't
randomly
work.
generated. So great. Forums would love that.
yeah, they would. I think they would.
Guys, there's hints in the terms and conditions of the game.
Like on
But
the,
like not at the very beginning, not at the very end, like middle.
And
middle
the
of just a
podcast.
paragraph.
yeah, just like
Wait, how can we give hints to something that's randomly generated?
we'll just be
It-
like,
You tell them no, the hint is it's randomly generated.
or just
Well, I think we already
or
let
just-
the cat out of the bag here. If somebody just
just
goes
like-
back and listens to this podcast.
One of the achievements is a masochism score.
what?
That went straight over my head. That's a big
I'm-
word. Please tell me what that is.
Masochism.
Masochism. Yes.
The love of mass.
No. Dumb. Are we on the same page at least? Do you know what masochism is?
I think.
Yeah, that's like pain.
Don't make me define
Yes.
it. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being masochistic is repeatedly putting yourself through pain
Yeah,
just
you
because.
like love pain or,
Yeah.
or something.
Or something.
So like how many
I really don't know how to
times you go
describe
back
it,
and
'cause-
replay the game just
Yeah,
to try
yeah,
to
yeah.
get up your masochism score, and then you get after like so many times you get your achievement.
So
or
I
trophy.
I see now. So like
Yeah.
it's basically like we've wasted a lot of your time. Here's a little trophy.
Yeah.
That's it. Just a little
basically a
digital
Just
participation
a
trophy.
digital trophy.
They're like
And that's the only way you can platinum the game.
they're like for 40 hours of gameplay. You give me a little trophy.
And it's literally just like
And
the
it's
most
a secret.
it's a half-ass just like shitty drawn thumb. Just like a sticker.
Like we appreciate
Steam,
you.
yeah.
We appreciate you.
It's like
Thanks,
not even
bud.
good graphics. It's really pixelated.
Yeah, it's like
8-bit.
Right.
literally
It's a little stick,
spent-
man, just don't a thumbs up.
spent no money making it. It was made with like Windows Paint or whatever.
Actually, I think it'd be great if it was this immaculately done, like 4K thumbs up, just down resolutioned.
So like we spent money, but we don't want you to have it.
Yeah.
Like, the Wicked Witch of the East, bro.
I love that.
Yeah, it was great.
What were they trying to say there?
I think it was somehow trying to draw like a bridge in between Sabrina the Teenage Witch being like
No. It was the from what's the Dorothy with the feet out the house on her. What's that called?
I just want to see you
The
try to
Wicked
get it
Witch
now.
of the
It's Wizard of
West?
Oz.
Wizard of Oz. Yes, with the feet in the house. Wizard of Oz. Yeah. Wait, naturally. And that the Wicked Witch of the East, her sister was a princess. I think that's what he's trying to say. Definitely wasn't Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Oh, they're well, yeah.
But I've seen other ones where
You
they're
mean
trying to
the
draw.
Good Witch?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Good Witch. So she was like her sister was a princess. She came down in a gown.
Was
Something
she
like
a
that.
princess or was she a good witch?
That's the thing. I think he was saying that she was a princess, not a witch, and he was like, "No, she's a good witch." And he was like, "She's a princess." I think that's what you're saying.
Well, okay, so here's a question then, because technically, like a witch would just be like a warlock or like a wizard, but
Okay.
also always has like a negative, like evil connotation to it. right?
That depends.
No. Yeah.
If you're
Because-
going with Harry Potter rules, then a witch is just a female wizard.
And if you're going
I'm
like,
sorry, female sorcerer. Males are wizards.
yeah, way to
You're a wizard, Harry.
gender incorrectly, Chad.
So then, what's the what would it? Because would it then be like a warlock in like mainstream media then, outside of the Harry Potter universe?
Wait, a warlock is what?
Would be like what a witch would be
Like
if they weren't evil. Because
Is-
typically, if you look up like
is it,
whenever you think of a witch, they're like has a negative connotation to it.
so would a warlock be like a wizard with good hair because they got good locks?
Or would they be like a? Would they
Okay,
like to
I'll just-
fight then? By your logic, they like to fight them because they're locks of war.
Like I mean, hair locks.
Exactly. I'm going along with that. But they're war. You know the root word war.
War.
So they fight.
like warheads. The sour candy.
You know what? You got it, man.
Talking about fighting hair. I'm sorry, I'm going to derail this for like 2 seconds.
You'd rather derail.
Talking about fighting hair reminded me of this anime I used to watch when I was a kid,
Nerd.
where the protagonist would fight the villains with his nose hair that would grow incredibly
What
long.
are you talking about?
The show is called Bobobo Bobobo.
What?
Is that a direct? Like, is that the exact name?
That is what it is called.
Bo, 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 bo.
Bobobo Bobobo.
That sounds like me just trying to say bo. You watched that?
He said he did.
You
And it's
like that?
recorded.
I used to, yeah.
It was called
Bo 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 bo.
Bo.
Bobobo Bo.
Bo
Bo,
bo
bo,
bo bo bo.
So it's
7 bows.
3-1-3.
Yes.
bo 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 bo.
Chad, stop saying this like we should just know. Oh, I
gotta
like his
see
hair.
this.
You got big muscles.
Let me see it. Wow, what? Look at the fro on that dude.
Golden afro.
So basically, it's Johnny Bravo
Yes.
with an afro with long ass nose hairs.
And a blue shirt.
Right. Instead of
Wait,
black.
let me see.
Yeah, that's
What
definitely
nose
his
hairs
hairs.
are you talking about?
The 2 big hairs that are flying off his face. That is not a mustache, I promise.
Mustache.
Not a mustache.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
No,
not connected
it's
to his
both.
lip.
That's my joke. That is my joke.
You're right. That's not connected to his lip.
Nope.
Bo.
I think you just said 8
Too many
or
bows.
7.
Oh,
It's
Seven.
3-1-3.
Bo 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 bo.
Correct.
Wait, what?
I would
Bo, bo,
I would
bo.
have to count it out on my
Bo.
fingers.
Bo
as I said it.
bo.
Bo 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 bo. Huh.
Yeah, sorry. But witches.
Butt witches? We got garden witches, we got butt witches.
We got butt tons. We got butt witches.
But
How many butt witches
So wait,
are in a
here's
butt
a question.
ton?
No, forget that. How many butt witches? Well, sorry, one butt witch. How many How many ducks would equal out with the butt witch? If
How
we're
many
going by Monty
ducks?
Python, because is a butt witch like denser and heavier? So how many ducks would it take to equal out
Screw in a light bulb.
the scale for a butt witch? Then is it more than just one witch to one duck?
No, it's
If it's a butt-
37, obviously.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
See, that was my question. I didn't know.
Add that to the shirt. 37 ducks equals one butt witch. Add that to the shirt.
A butt witch.
Who are you so wise in the ways of science?
Used it all.
That was Monty Python.
A great movie.
It's all right. Just a mere
This
flesh wound.
again?
It was just okay. What am I gonna say?
Okay, Quest for the Holy Grail, good movie. The other ones, I could leave them.
They're honestly all just fine.
You have to be in the right mood to watch it, I feel.
I am always down for the Holy Grail.
Yeah, I am too.
Yep.
I could always watch Quest for the Holy Grail.
I love me some Holy Grail
Just
questing.
a mere flesh wound.
I just love the
I
dude
know
like
one.
running behind the so-called king with the coconuts clinking them together.
Exactly. Every time I see that, I just lose it.
Or the diss of your mother smells of elderberries.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
When they just start chucking the animals over the
Yep.
over the
And
wall.
the Knights of Nee.
Neat.
That's good.
And then
too.
they became the Knights of Icky, 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 Ba-dang, Zoo, Boing.
Wow. What a show.
Foolish Endeavor is hosted by Alex Castile, Dominic Fontaine, Chad Lewis, and yours truly, Jake Ratkovich. Music is provided by epidemicsound.com. This has been episode 5 of A Foolish Endeavor. Hit us up on Instagram at foolish_endeavor_podcast and tell us what your endgame boss would be. If you have some crazy topic for us, we would love to hear from you. Our next episode will be on October 6th. You can find us on Spotify, Apple and Google Podcast, Anchor.fm, and YouTube at Foolish Endeavor Podcast. Thank you for being a part of our journey. You guys are the OGs.
Bring us a strawberry.
A strawberry.
A shrubbery.
Oh, a shrubbery?
Yeah.
A shrubbery.
I didn't think you said strawberry.
No, a shrubbery.
Then you must cut down the mightiest tree in the forest with a herring.
That's pretty good, Chad.
That was really good.
Spot on.